Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here, and we're back with another online multiplayer team. This time focusing around Injustice 2 Superman. And we've, if you've watched a lot of these videos, that we like to do as low a gear score as possible. And
yeah, we make a point.
We've gotten this all the way down to 300 by totally front-loading Injustice 2 Superman. And so he is really the star of this show, with no doubt.
Yeah, and we're going to make it harder on ourselves a little bit, too, because we're using no legendary, but I think the way we're approaching this, he doesn't need it. We're making him the basic damage dealer because when you look at the meta game, when you look at this overall strategy... Alright, hold on, I got to start paying attention because I don't want to screw this up. Like I just did now? Alright.
Sorry, I'll let you finish that thought in a second, but just you'll be able to tell if you can see the title is going to be subtly different. What we're going to be doing here is this is actually the first episode in a series. Now this is just going to be the online multiplayer battle videos that you know and love, or know and have whatever your personal feelings about them happen to be. But what we're going to be doing is actually playing this team in an ultimate battle every week until we lose, or determine that you guys don't actually want to watch it. So, it'll be a little bit more high stakes. This video is going to be the same, like I said, but the future videos, as far as stuff we're going to talk about, will be a little bit more casual, and you'll be able to get a better idea of the win-loss distribution with this kind of team, because you will actually be directly seeing how many fights we can win in a row, what streak we can build up with this team without losing. So that'll be a little bit more informative. So, I mean, we will be able to see from the metrics once we put up our second video, but we would like to hear from you guys ahead of time whether you think that's a good idea, whether you don't like it. But, I mean, to a certain point, this is just our answer of giving more content, right? Like, people who specifically, like, don't like an idea, I think, for the most part, just maybe don't watch those videos, but, but I mean, we'll still take your input. If you think it's the kind of thing that you wouldn't watch, where you watch a lot of our other videos, so that's fine.
Let's meta talking about the video. So this is the approach for the team. So they're there, basically support characters. She's going to give our main guy 30%
power generation. Yeah.
She's not augmented at all, no gear. Red Sun Superman, also to give the 50% basic attack bonus. And Injustice 2 Superman is fully augmented every way. Damage, health, crit chance, crit damage. He's really only using basic damage here, and the thought behind not duplicating the same pieces. So there's a bunch of damage boosts with crit chance. We're only using one because most of it's going to be crit anyways.
Yeah, more than one is redundant almost.
So we're getting extra benefit. So the extra benefit here is stun chance of special 1. If it processes, you'll see why it's good.
Yeah, it's more than 70,000 damage with a full swipe combo.
Right, so 100% heal, 15% of special 1. So healing and a stun chance. So the idea of stun chance is if you happen to stun, he gets a free swipe combo. His swipe combo is doing 74,000, so that's amazing.
Yeah, that's enough to take off at least half health of, I'm pretty sure, any character in the game at this point without health gear. And
the special one had to connect first to stun, right?
Yeah, and so it just has the potential of being really, really devastating.
So you'll notice that these are all the original... Oh, see, and because we're not relying on a special strategy...
The special damage is almost bonus damage.
And the drain doesn't matter.
The drain doesn't matter, and anybody who avoids specials doesn't matter. Now, we mentioned this with our new Harley Quinn video, but one of the best strategies, because there are a lot of people who can block, like evade specials and that kind of thing, just generally not take damage from them when they should. The best strategy for those people is to just overwhelm them with basic damage, because you can deal that consistently against everybody. There's nobody really who you need to worry about for dealing just basic damage. The main issue that we run into with Injustice 2 Superman is Raven, because we don't have a high damage kind of one-hit special.
Ooh, crap, that was bad. I was not paying attention. Triggered League of Assassins here. I forgot to pay attention to that little... But he should have enough health to actually make it through, but maybe not. There we go.
So there you go. So yeah, like I said, the main issue when you don't have somebody who's amazing at specials is Raven.
Right, so, you know, after a very brief flirtation with Suicide Squad Harley Quinn as being the main damage dealer, and she is good, she actually does more damage per full swipe combo when fully augmented in Injustice 2 Superman, because he's got his passive to protect him against a drop-in kind of special, like somebody tagging in quickly doing a special, then he's, for just handling most situations, he's just overall better if you want to solo with him. But she is, like, in a lot of ways, she is the ultimate basic damage dealer. She's easy to juggle. Injustice 2 Superman is just better when you're building a team specifically around him.
Yeah, for sure.
I love this team. So hopefully this will be more than one episode. So again, it's going to be hard because we haven't built the team exactly the way you would if you want a team to be really guaranteed to win every time.
Yeah, and we figure that'll add a little bit more drama.
A little spice.
We know those new all the popular shows on Netflix are all the new drama, so we figure we'll go down the same vein. We make some jokes, so we fit comedy. We're going for some drama too, and the only thing that we can't do is talk about anything super controversial vis-a-vis the new YouTube community guideline enforcement.
Okay, so you start telling me about that. I want to hear that. Alright, so what's going on?
So basically, there's new information coming out, or I guess it's not that new, but recently, like in the last few weeks, a bunch of people have been getting notifications that their videos have been demonetized for their content. And so, I mean, it's not that it's unfair. Advertisers don't want to advertise on certain videos, but it is kind of unfortunate for a lot of YouTubers because it's being done kind of indiscriminately, where tags like rape, drugs, and all that kind of stuff.
So is it just the tags?
It's tags and titles mostly.
Oh, okay.
Because you can't really rely on the automatic caption bots, right? Because those don't actually always say the right thing. So based off of those, people's videos are getting demonetized. And that's good for a decent number of cases, but also bad for some cases for people like, one of the really common examples is Philip DeFranco, who's a news channel, right? And he's usually relatively unbiased news channel too. People like Boogie2988, who are getting their videos demonetized when their content talks about these things, but it's not inflammatory content. It's not like advertiser unfriendly any more than really, like, especially with like Philip DeFranco, like a news channel would be. Right. And so it's coming out that this has actually been in place for a while, and recently...
Oh, so they weren't enforcing it. It's one of those...
No, they were enforcing it.
Oh, they were?
They weren't telling you. They weren't emailing you. And so what they're doing now is they're emailing you, and so people think their videos got taken down all at once. But really, their videos were getting taken down ever since the system got put in place, which is a little while ago, and now everyone's getting mass emailed about all the videos that were taken down.
Right. Oh, one thing I just realized I was forgetting to do was, because people have been asking how to deal with certain gear sets, I meant to actually show you all the gear sets of everybody that we've been fighting. And I totally blew my mind because you're talking about... Alright, sorry, go ahead. You were talking about...
Yeah, so some people think it's a huge deal, some people think it's not a big deal at all. YouTube, what they are saying is the most recent thing that everyone's mad about is them emailing everybody and them actually putting a system in where you can request to remonetize your video. And it seems like oftentimes they actually will remonetize your video. Like the people who have legitimate complaints about the system, when they're asking for remonetization, they often get it. The main issue that people are still seeing with that, though, is that if your video is automatically demonetized by this bot, and then you request and get it remonetized later, you essentially lose most of the money that you could have made. Right, because
most of, I mean, at least I know with the experience we've had with our video is that a lot of it, any kind of
income... It's like the first few hours, yeah.
Yeah, definitely first day.
So, YouTubers aren't entirely happy. People are blaming YouTube, which some people are saying is unfair, and...
I can see that.
And some people are just really mad about. But it's interesting. It's definitely interesting, and we'll see in the next little while how things actually settle down, when all the dust settles, what actually comes of this. But
Because I mean, it's not necessarily. I know you were mentioning that this term has been thrown around as that it's maybe censorship, and I know it's not exactly censorship, but it definitely has a chilling effect when it's not cheap to make videos, right? Like for some people, I mean, our videos are cheap. That's
well, for people who try to make a living off of it, saying if you make this type of video, you will not be able to make a living. If Philip DeFranco, if Boogie, if all these people are told, if you make a video talking about the topic of rape, you can't make money from it.
Well, all right.
Don't make that your business model.
Don't tag it that way, and don't put it in the title. Wouldn't that be enough? Wouldn't that be a solution? I think it
might be, yeah.
So, I don't know.
So we have not been hit by any of that because our content is
innocuous.
Is very much not. We don't really take many sides on anything other than Injustice: Gods Among Us mobile. But yeah, that is something very interesting that's going on with YouTube right now, and I am interested in seeing how that turns out. A lot of people, I think it's the popular thing to jump on the bandwagon of, so we couldn't get away with. Yeah, we couldn't get away with not mentioning it.
I guess, and maybe this will date our video, right? So when people think back, when they see this like a year later,
it's part of an era.
Yeah,
it's like fossil records, right? This is
right, strata.
Yeah, these are the videos from however many years ago when people are looking at it. Oh yeah, this was the demonetization scandal series of videos.
Of 2016?
Yeah. That was weird. His corpse was just laying on the ground and he didn't actually swap out.
Perfect. Or maybe not so perfect.
There's something really weird about the way that when it triggers at first, and then he just stands there while the beams are going through, or whatever the attack is, and he can't even do anything during it, right? Like, it's not like he can attack. What I think, I don't know if this is something that they even could do, but for that kind of thing, what would make sense to me is if there was, past the animation of just his shield shattering, it should actually, he should like bring his hands up in front of him or something and actually like actively look like he's repelling the attacks. Because right now it just looks kind of silly.
It does. Even if they just kept him in the same pose, right? But it's because they bring him back to the neutral pose, the stance.
Yeah.
And he's just standing there like, oh, I'm Superman. Even like, I mean, remember all, I shouldn't say remember. It's like those pictures of Superman, even when he's blocking bullets. Sure, it doesn't hurt him, but he does at least make the show of looking like something's happening.
Well, even if you just had him put his arms out in front of him, and then had it just like you could have a glowing shield, you could have nothing, you could do a lot of things, or just having like, I don't know, the Green Lantern shield aura that currently exists.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
And just make it yellow. So he starts getting hit, the shield aura appears around him, something like that. Just anything to visually.
I keep
forgetting the gear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything to just visually indicate that it's actually doing anything.
How's the battery on that camera?
Oh yeah, we are getting close to dead, but it's still at the 1 bar.
All right, very good.
We'll make it through.
So yeah, there's lots of viable strategies. Part of having the Red Sun team too, I should get back to Injustice, is that it means that you're facing high level opponents from the very beginning. You can go cheaper. Like really low-level kind of support characters are good, like Green Lantern, Raging Green Lantern, or Animated Harley Quinn, but you'll face easier opponents to start with.
Yeah.
Oh, that always gets me. Ooh, freebie!
There we go. That is the ton of damage.
And it was less than 74,000 simply because his passive, right?
Yeah.
No, it was the Suicide Squad Joker's got that the.
Oh yeah, the less damage.
Right. But it was still good. See how that? I mean, it doesn't process all the time, but all it has to do is process once, and all of a sudden you got a bunch of free hits.
Yeah, it just feels really good. It's the same with the other Superman when you don't use any energy. And
Man of Steel Superman, right.
Man of Steel, that's who it is. and it just feels so great. It doesn't actually matter if it changes the tide of the battle. You
Right.
could have already been able to win. You could have, you know, like really no matter how it's going, it just feels really great.
Yeah, so I wonder if you see, yeah, you see all the augments. So that is our first in hopefully what will be a weekly series, and I guess we'll see if it goes past the second episode.
Yeah, so let us know what you think about that. Let us know if this is the kind of thing that you'd want us to continue for long term. Like once we're done this, move on to a
maybe
different
we'll just
team.
do it anyways. Actually, you know what? If you want to have a vote, what you need to do is comment in one of our unboxing videos about whether you like it or not. Okay.
Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Komoda.